Hello again, everybody. So on this one, we're going to be getting into subtraction a bit. And subtraction is definitely has some similarity to addition. That's why in the order of operations, we say, we do the parentheses, work inside parentheses, then the exponents, the multiplications and divisions simultaneously from left to right, and then additions and subtractions simultaneously from left to right. Anyway, we'll get into this order of operations later on, but whatever. Okay, so I've got $3, and I want to get rid of a debt of $2. Oh, so the easy way to do it, a different teacher I used to work with, he said, yeah, when you've got minus a minus, and there's nothing in between them except this parenthesis, there's no number between them. He said, you just pull out your double barrel shotgun and you go blam, blam. So when you have minus a minus, that becomes plus. So this is the same as 3 plus positive 2 or 5. Okay. Once again, down here, I see minus a minus, subtract a minus, double barrel shotgun, blam, blam. He'd be so proud of me if he came back. Yeah, he retired. He was already retired when I started working with him. He had an RV, and he would every winter he'd go down to Death Valley, hang out there, because it would, the temperature would be really good. I don't want to go there, but whatever. Okay, so now we've got -7 plus a positive 3. Well, we learned how to do that, when we were doing addition. Okay, when you add and the signs are different, you just do big minus small, which is 4, and then the answer keeps the sign of the larger number. Bam. And it looks like that. Okay. All right. So let's have you try this one. Pause the recording. Okay. Hopefully you paused it. And I guess I should have said, and when you pause it, make sure you, try and solve these on your own. I know you can do them on your calculator. And feel free to double check them on your calculator, but don't do them on your calculator in the first place. Okay. You're just going to make life really hard for yourself if you rely completely on your calculator for things like this. All right. So we've got minus a minus. That becomes blam, blam. That becomes plus. So I've got 5 plus 8. That's just regular old 13. Next one, I've got minus a minus, blam, blam, -3 plus 6. Oh, the signs are different. I've got a negative plus a positive. So I do the big minus the small, which is 3. And the answer gets the sign of the bigger one, or positive, because there's more positives than there are negatives. So 3, positive 3 would be the answer. All right, here we are. So more subtraction. Well, this first one sure looks a lot like the last one. Blam, blam. In fact, that is the exact problem we just did. That's sad. Okay. Sometimes Alex isn't really very original when it comes to, making new stuff here. Okay. So this next one, we've got, okay, we're in debt $26. And we're going to lose another $34. So where are we at financially? Well, now we're in debt, $60. Okay. So that's how that works. Let's try another one. Okay, on this one, we've got, minus a minus. Pull out your double barrel shotgun. Yeehaw. Okay, so we go blam, blam, and we've got -8 plus 12. And when you add and the signs are different, you do the big one minus the small one. And the answer keeps the sign of the bigger one. So it's a positive 4. On this one's just a little different from before. This time, instead of the 24 being negative, if it was negative, we'd say, well, I'm in debt $24 and I lose another 40. So now I'm in debt $64. Okay. That's how it would be if this were negative, which of course it was not. This time we say, well, I've got $24. I'm not in debt 24. I have 24, but I spend or get rid of $40. So now I'm in debt $16. Okay, so let's compare those two problems. So if I am subtracting, and I've a situation like this where I start off with a certain positive amount, and then I take away more than what I started with, more than that 24, then I have to do the big one minus the small one. That gives me my 16. But I took away more than what I started with, so it becomes negative. Now down here, I was already in the negative, and I took away some, so I'm going deeper into the negative. I'm adding to my negative amount, or I'm adding to that debt. So I just do that plus that, okay, which would be 64, and then it's still just negative for the answer. So again, you'll need to practice this stuff, okay? You've got to practice, practice, practice all the time, okay? All righty, now it's time to get just a little more interesting here. So we've got multiple numbers we need to combine. We obviously want to end up with just a single answer. Okay, remember quite recently, it was either this video or the last, and I said, hey, you've got order of operations. Well, part of the order of operations says we need to do these additions and subtractions from left to right. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to start over here on the left, and I'll say 3 plus 4, and this is going to be a little tedious, but it'll be very easy to follow what I'm doing, so that's a good thing. So 3 plus 4 is 7. So that's what I do on my first step. And as you get better at this, or maybe you already are, it'll go faster. Okay, again, I'm working left to right. So on the left, this is what I'm working on. 7 minus 10 is negative 3. From what we just learned. And then from left to right, this is all the way on the left. Negative 3 minus 8 is negative 11. And now there's only one thing left to do. Negative 11 plus 5 or plus 6 is negative 5. Hallelujah. Okay, so you do it from left to right. Left to right. Maybe we could do one more of those because let's face it, they're fun. All right, so, and I'll just keep that same color. All right, so from left to right, negative 3 plus 8 is 5. And again, if you write the whole thing out every time like I'm doing, it makes the math easier because you keep track of where you're at. A lot of people say, math is hard. Me. Where, mommy, math is hard. But, if you want it to be just a little bit easier, write your work out and write it out neatly. Okay, don't make it messy. Don't make it so you can't read your own writing. All right, on the left, 5 minus 4, obviously 1. And then 1 minus 7, negative 6. You're welcome. Okay, welcome back to the first of the 2 days of the dead. November 1st. Okay. A family history holiday, at least in certain places in the world, like Mexico. Okay, so we've got, I need to zoom out just, well, yeah, I'm going to zoom out just a little there. There, I can get it all on the screen now. So what do we got here? The table gives the temperature in Fahrenheit in 5 cities at 6 in the morning on the same day. Use the table to answer the questions. Okay. How much higher was the 6 a.m. temperature in Buffalo than in Montreal? So apparently Buffalo is going to be warmer than Montreal. All right, Buffalo is -5, Montreal is -22. All right, now, would it make sense to say, in a question like this, well, it's -8 degrees warmer here. That wouldn't make sense to make that negative. If you're going to say it's warmer here, you'd say your answer would, or you'd always use a positive number. It's 8 degrees warmer here, or it's 12 degrees warmer here. And so your answer had better be a positive because it doesn't make sense to do a negative. But that's a mistake a lot of people make. All right, now, if I said, how much warmer is it in Phoenix than Memphis? I think we could all agree, we'd say, well, I'll do the bigger number minus the smaller number. and then that would give me, I don't know, 39 or something. Well, for Buffalo and Montreal, let's just do that. Let's do the bigger number minus the smaller number. Okay, so bigger number minus the smaller number. All right, here's a mistake a lot of people make. Another mistake. They'll say, okay, -5 minus 22. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's -22 that we're subtracting away. Okay, and then you get this weird answer that's not right. It would be positive. Well, would it be positive? No, it would be negative. And it would definitely be wrong. So yeah, you're not saying what's the difference between -5 and 22. You're saying what's the difference between -5 and -22. Well, blam, blam goes the double barrel shotgun, and we're at 17 degrees. Hey, we got a positive answer. And yeah, that makes sense. You know, if you write these two guys out on the number line, it's going to be that there's going to be 17 jumps between numbers. Okay. All right. Let's change colors, even though I like it. We haven't done this one yet. By noon, the temperature in Buffalo had risen by 13 degrees. So what was the temperature there at noon? Okay, so Buffalo, it was at -5. It rose, so that's plus 13. If they had said it dropped, we would have done a subtraction. And -5 plus 13 is our good friend 8 degrees. Now this one, it could be negative, depending on the problem. This time it wasn't, but it could be negative because they're not saying what's the difference between these temperatures. They're just saying, what's the new temperature? Okay, so, well, the new temperature could be negative. It could be positive. Okay, but these are some things to think about. So I'm trying to give voice to some of the subtleties of this and some of the places that people typically make mistakes, so that hopefully you will not. Okay, so practice these up real good. I love word problems on tests. So yeah, this is the only word problem we've seen so far. So it's a good bet it'll be there. All right.